we landed in San Francisco. We flew in and landed in San Francisco, and we had to wait a day or so for transportation to get into Washington. And he drove me down Market Street. He said, "You ought to see something." And my name was on the marquee of every theater for the newsreel that was there. And what had happened was that our assistant photo officer by the name of Leopold had come in earlier with the film, and he was taking it on into Washington, but he did not know how 35 millimeter black and white could be melded into 16 millimeter color. And so he decided to drop my film off in San Francisco with the pool, the newsreel pool, but he had to do that through the public affairs office in San Francisco. But he, in turn, did not have the authority to release the film. The Navy had to give that authority in Washington. So he called Washington, and he got hold of the senior photo officer there, who was a lieutenant by the name of Alan Brown. And Alan Brown had been a director at the March of Time, where I had taken my instructions. And in the course of his conversation with the colonel on the West Coast in San Francisco, he said, "Is there any indication of who shot the film?" And he said, "Oh yes, all the film was slated. There's a Staff Sergeant Norman Hatch." And Alan Brown says, "If Norman Hatch shot it, it's okay, release it." And so the film was released. And it just shows how circles of things can happen. But anyway, the 5 major newsreels all took the film and edited it in whatever way they felt was appropriate. And but they all gave me credit for it on the Marquees, which, as far as I know, had never been done before.